Hi Lizette, this is Muhyiddin, and I will be talking about my games. Firstly, I will talk about Angelo. It's a GTA 2 game like, and my role in it was to optimize the high detailed scene, prefabs, textures, and everything to make it smooth. The project was 120 gigabytes, and I have optimized it to 3 gigabytes. 4 beats, a fast-paced musical game where enemies spawn from the 4 directions and the player has to play the corresponding direction in the right time. I have designed the game idea and programmed it. Giant and turn-based puzzle game where player has to attract the giants coming from the 4 directions to reach the shooting range of the shooters standing on the rooftops of the building they are protecting. A random number appears on the screen and player has to choose which giants he wants to move. I worked on this game with a team of 3 people, me as programmer and designer, composer, UI UX artist. Valleycraft is an RPG survival crafting game I am having fun with right now. It's a personal project. It has combat, NPCs, resource collecting, inventory, crafting system, and so much more. I'm using scriptable objects, AI pathfinding. Burger Run is a hyper-casual game made for mobile. An endless runner game where the burger has to collect his pieces and find his companions to reach the restaurant. I have used pooling system, or actually I have created my own. And now for my favorite one, Survive the Cold War. It's a resource management strategy game where player has to balance the power and resources. I have created the unique game design of this game for a game jam. Women-in-Law, it's a game I made for Heal organization. It's an educational card game and a navigation game like Google Maps, where player has to go back in time to collect his identification papers to prove to the world that he really exists. I used line renderer and scriptable objects. Last Day in 2020, it's a 3D platformer where player has to jump on rooftops and collect power cubes to keep him alive until he reaches the port and leave the city. Following the Sun is a very ambitious game and personal one. It tells the story of Christopher Columbus and his journey to discover the new world. Tried to use as many historically accurate facts. I did a lot of research actually while writing game's story. The player controls 3 ships. It's a roguelike game with many levels but with only 1 life. The player has to face any difficulties thrown at him by both the mysterious ocean and the known enemies of Christopher Columbus. The game has many weapons and ships and enemies and heroes. So it's a fun one and you will enjoy it.